Good evening and welcome to Millbury, Massachusetts, home of the Millbury Woolies, the number 1 seed in Division 6 for this Division 6 MIAA football playoff against the Millbury Woolies and your Littleton Tigers, the 4th seed in Division 6. This being the 13th year that the Littleton Tigers had made it to the playoffs. Littleton will be kicking off to the Woolies to start the game. Cody Scherer up the kick. Bit of a squib. Nice bounce. Number 37 of the Woolies pounces on it at about the 24-yard line. Apologize in advance. Apologize in advance, folks, if we're not getting too many of the Woolies numbers straight tonight. It's a little chilly, and the font on the program is a little smaller than I care to admit at my young age. Woolies set from their own 25. Anthony Greenwich carries the ball to the left as a keeper by their quarterback. Looks like he's brought down by Wyatt Kopp, number 19 for the Tigers. Millbury comes into this game a 7-1 record. Littleton Tigers come with a 4-4 record. Spread offense, Millbury. Anthony Greenwich again back. Hands it off inside. Number 11, Xavier Robles, rumbles for a first down for about a 14-yard carry.
Xavier Robles moving the chains. Brought down by Josh Crosswhite.
Josh Crosswhite playing safety as he has all year. In on that tackle. It's a tighter set, man in motion. Handoff inside again.
It's Robles again with a gain of about.
So they're going to keep pounding that ball with Robles and open up the pass play as they have all year. They'll be spreading out Micah Friedman, number 9, and number 6, Antonio Vaccaro. Spread offense, empty backfield. Nope. And a motion inside again to Robles. Looks like he picks up about 4 there. It's going to be about 3rd and 4.
Robles gains 3 more. 3rd down and about 3.
Hometown call is 3rd and 3. Littleton call is 3rd and 4. Robles in the backfield. Anthony Greenwich up talking to his line. Looks like he might be calling an audible. Making sure everybody knows the play, being called from the sideline. Greenwich keeps it. Trying to stretch for that first down. It's going to be out of where the spot is. Official looking. Official timeout here to bring the chains out and get a measurement. Looks like he might be a couple inches shy here. Side judge comes over and grabs the chain on the 40-yard line. They'll pull it taut and see what we got. Looks like he's just short, about 6 inches.
4th and inches for the Woolies.
All right, so looks like the Woolies are going to go for it. 4th and inches here. Thank you. Quickly get up. Greenwich looks like he might be getting under center. No, he'll be dropping back into the shotgun formation. I anticipate seeing Robles here. Quick handoff inside. A heady play by number 2, Anthony Greenwich, quarterback for the Woolies. Does a hard count and draws the Tiger defense off. That's a discipline problem. The boys need to pay attention on those plays and
first down.
Watch the ball. I would imagine that defensive coordinator Carlo Ferrante will be having a conversation with some of the boys when they come over to the sideline. And then a motion, little pitch to the inside. Goes as a forward pass. It's about a gain about 2.
Antonio Vaccaro gains 3 yards. Brought down by Timmy Kelleher.
Tim Kelleher on the tackle. These two teams have been they're no strangers to each other, haven't faced each other, I think, for the last 3 years. Millbury's desperate to make this one count on their side of the balance sheet this year with 17 seniors. Greenwich back to pass, defended by Cody Shearer.
Pass incomplete, intended for Antonio Vaccaro.
Cody Shearer's closing on the ball very well there. Looked like he had some help coming over from the top as well. Millbury looking to the sideline for their offensive call. Greenwich comes up to the line, calls the play. Single back set. Trips right, wide receiver left. Hand off to Robles. Why not? He's gotten 6 yards of carry. Looks like he picked up a few here. So he was brought down by Lincoln Palmer, number 51 for the Tigers on the inside.
Races to the 41. Brought down by Lincoln Palmer.
Well, he got fewer yards than I had anticipated there. It looks like it's going to be a 4th and a long 3. Same set. Trying that hard count again. It looks like a Twins left, Twins right. Robles in the backfield. Greenwich calling that audible. Trying to do that hard count again, I would imagine. Try to draw defense off. It's a keeper by Greenwich. Looks like he's going to scampering down the sideline. Need someone to knock him out. About a 42-yard run up. Off tackle, bumped it outside, down the sideline. Anthony Greenwich. No flags on the play, so it's going to be a 6-0 lead for the Woolies. With 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Back to kick for the Woolies is Brendan Chabonneau. Snaps back, ball's down, kick is up, chip shot. Looks like he might have gone left on it. Pushed left. We're missing a Scott Norwood of the Buffalo Bills.
It was a 31-yard run. 41-yard run on 4th down.
So the Tigers will have an opportunity here. Hopefully they can retain the ball, and whatever Coach Tim Whitcomb, special teams coach here, is setting up as a return. Tigers are hurt a little bit by having a couple of guys on the IR. Ty Price went out 2 weeks ago with a knee injury. He's typically back, but back tonight will be Max Hannigan and Leo Gibbons. Second row is Will Allen, Parker Landfors, Josh Crosswhite playing kind of safety up the middle. Looks like Mike Lynn wants a timeout there. Didn't like what he saw. Maybe there's only 10 guys in the field.
And Middleton will take the timeout on the kickoff.
See 11 on the field?
My nose is so cold. I need one of those nose caps. I have one. Nose cap? You know who made it? A toe cap.
So mental mistakes are what are hurting the Tigers now.
Yes, she did.
Jumping on a 4th
I have one at home. I didn't
inches.
wear it. I would have. I don't care.
And then not enough guys on the field, it appears,
I'm not that cold.
to receive the kickoff from the Woolies after the Woolies went 41 yards on a quarterback run-off tackle.
Like 5 coats. I look like I'm like 8.
I have so many listeners. I can't even tell you. I was sweating.
Again, back deep, Max Hannigan, Leo Gibbons.
Oh my God.
Woolies kick it to that back row. It's the Hannigan side. It turns it up the middle. He's met immediately at about the 30-yard line. Might have fallen forward to about the 32.
Max Hannigan.
Tiger ball comes in. Woolly ball goes out. The Tigers will get to work on offense.
First
Braden
down,
Lynn
Tigers.
back in at quarterback after getting dinged up quite a bit last week.
At the 31.
Working hard this week to get himself healthy and get back on the field. Tony, the sister, taking a bunch of snaps during the week at practice. Lynn's back, hands it off inside to Parker Landforce. Looks like the Woolies have seen that play on film.
And on first down, a big stop.
For number 51, Ty Pagoric on the tackle. Big middle linebacker. All right, Tigers will come back up again. Parker Landforce in the backfield. Leo Gibbons and Cody Scherer wide left. Josh Crosswhite wide right. Lynn's looking for Crosswhite deep. Oh, he had him, but he just overthrew him there. Just put a little more air under that ball. Let Crosswhite run under it. Josh did have his guy beat.
Braden Lynn's pass incomplete.
So it'll go to 3rd and 10.
Intended for Josh Crosswhite.
28 degrees.
Braden's going to get a feel on this ball. It's a pretty chilly night here. High 20s, I believe. A little bit of wind. Braden rolls left. He's got some blockers out in front of him. Looks like he's going to tuck it. He couldn't decide. Gets tackled out of bounds. Looks like he might have lost one there.
I think I'm going to find the rest of my money. I'm all out of sorts. 5 for
Brought down by James Crossley.
So we got 4th and 2 on their own 33. Looks like Cody Scherer will drop back.
Guaranteed winner, please. I never win.
Punt. He'll be punting away to number 6, Anthony Vaccaro. Who's back deep for the Woolies. Big snap from Noah Graham. Great punt, great hang time. Vaccaro gets away from it. Great Tiger bounce. Lands on about the 29, rolls down to about the, looks like about the 17-yard line of the Woolies. So 6 minutes and 6 seconds left. Millbury Woolies 6, Littleton Tigers 0. 1st and 10 from what looks like, again, their own 17.
Lucas gave me some. All right.
We're situated here on the sideline of the Millbury Woolies field. About 8 rows off the field. Pretty much in the back row of the mom section of the Woolies Booster Club.
Okay. I need to get one of the boys.
Tigers on offense. Greenwich puts his running back in motion. Number 5 is going up over the middle. Same problem. Trying to get a feel for that ball. It's so cold out there. Just can't really get a feel for that ball. And he overthrows his receiver. Micah Friedman, another senior. Again, 17 seniors on this Woolly team. Friedman's had a pretty successful year. You know, he's got a number of balls from Greenwich.
Who else?
Looked like he had separation there, but the ball was just slightly overthrown, as Braden Lynn's was in the last series. So Greenwich in the backfield. He's got Benjamin Smith in the backfield with him going in motion. Hands it off inside the Robles. Parker Landforce. Parker Landforce and Richie Powderly on the tackle. In comes Josh Crosswhite after the man is down. No reason to do that. Another mental mistake by the boys in white. Josh Crosswhite should be spoken to for that one. So that's going to back them up. It's a personal foul. 4 referees are on the play because the play was dead.
And the penalty is for the late hit.
So instead of a 2nd and 6 or so, they're going to have a 1st and 10
Woolies will keep it
after marching 15 yards off. So they'll have a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Robles back in the backfield. Greenwich talking to the boys, trying to set the play. This is to Robles.
Who's this? Is this 5 or 10?
This is man in motion. Little pitch pass again to that number 6. Doesn't look like he gets anywhere with that. Antonio Vaccaro. A little pitch play that they like to do. Put Vaccaro in motion from right to left. That little short pitch pass to the man in motion. Looked like he might have picked up a yard. So 2nd and about 9 from the Woolly 37-yard line.
Who else is in the I just need my tickets.
That's her, too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she needs her tickets, too.
Oh, Wingspan.
Oh, okay.
Going to change this one off to Robles. Looks like he's tackled for a loss. Tripped up by Richie Powderly and finished off by Lincoln Palmer.
Robles tackled for a loss by Lincoln Palmer and Richie Powderly.
You want me to rip them so you can have a break? Sure. You can keep your gloves on for a minute. Who else is it? Anybody?
Trips left. Single slot receiver right. Vaccaro again. Greenwich rolls out, and he's got Powderly on his backside. Tackles him for a loss of about 6 or 7. Let's see, it's about 6 yards. So it's going to be 4th and cab ride. 4th and about 18.
Thank you so much.
4th and long.
Maybe 4th and 16.
Come on, guys!
Hometown scoreboard. So back to punt. Antonio Vaccaro. Back to receive. Number 10, Joshua Crosswhite for the Tigers. Snap. Nice spot. Good spiral. Crosswhite is going to get away from the ball, I hope. And touchdown at the Tiger 30-yard line.
Micah Friedman's punt rolls to the 30-yard line.
My apologies. It was Micah Friedman on the punt. For any Millbury parents that are watching, I apologize.
Let's go, defense!
All right, so Tigers back on offense.
You refused to
3 minutes and 37 seconds left. It's their second series. It was nice after the mental mistake of Josh Crosswhite on that late hit. Tigers were able to hold the Woolies to 3 and out. The nice sack for a loss. Going with that inside handoff to Parker Lanford is just not working. He's trying to run off tackle. And he had a
And the Wooly line,
whole bunch of woolies
led
on.
by Jack Bizillo. Take down
Wouldn't mind having a whole bunch of wool on me right now.
scores.
I thought they were going to say Lynn's son. You were like, Liz.
Now I remember.
Noah Graham at center.
Did you hear them talk about Todd? Did you watch the game from last
Oh, my apologies. It's
Watch the whole thing.
Ben Storman at center. Noah Graham slid over when
Yeah, Bizillo. There's only one Bizillo I know. And then they
Stop it!
On
Todd, I'm
second
like,
and
it's not our
13,
son,
there's a
not our
flag on the play.
Noah Graham slid to guard when
So I was like, oh.
Jared Leave was unable to come back.
Penalty goes against Littleton.
Mental mistake by the Tigers. It's a false start.
Brings it to second and
Not sure I want to know which number it was. These are the little things that are killing the Tiger team this year. Need to get their heads straight. Play together as a team. Want to play for each other. Woolies get a whole bunch of pressure back on Braden Lynn. He does a nice job scrambling. Tosses it up to Parker Landforce. Landforce catches a beautiful 60-yard pass. If it weren't for he was wide open, how Braden Lynn was able to get that ball off to the fingertips of Parker Landforce. Parker lands at about the 30-yard line, right on the 30-yard line of the Woolies. Heck of a passing catch. Lynn to Landforce. Parker was able to release when he saw the pressure on Braden. Great heads-up move by Braden doing the read and seeing Parker releasing and getting down the field. Braden rolls right this time. Parker stays in, gives him a nice block. Josh Crosswhite sits underneath the two safeties back. Just finds some space underneath the safeties, and Braden fires in a rocket for a gain of 7, maybe 8. So it'll be second and about 2. Braden, little pitch out to Timmy Kelleher out in the flat. Little screen. Kelleher still rumbling. They're not tackling. They're just trying to get him high. There's a late flag there. Nope. Late hit, but no flag on it. Timmy Kelleher rumbles for an additional probably 8 or 10 yards after the catch. And it wasn't because he didn't have anybody on him.
Goal for the Tigers.
All of you, yeah, who are you?
So it'll be first and goal from the 5 for the Tigers. Double wing, hammer formation. Oh,
On first and goal, there's a flag on the play.
looks like it might be on the defense here. Flag on the play. Braden Lynn was under center in the hammer formation.
Goes against
Double
the
wing
Woolies.
formation.
Offsides.
Offsides of the Woolies be half the distance.
At the 3.
Anthony DeSisto, Tony DeSisto coming in at quarterback number 13. Senior in the team. He'll get up under center in this double wing formation. He's got Sean Mazzoni behind him. Sean's typically a Y or a tight end. Parker Lanforth jumped there to give the yards back. Unfortunately, when you're going towards the goal line and you're within 10 yards, you do half the distance. On the way back, they're going to back up 5 yards now.
That'll back it up to the 8-yard line.
I don't see the equity there, but those are the rules. All right, so let's see if the Tigers stay in the double wing here. Tony DeSisto running back on the field. Mike Lynn calling a play. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Clock is running. See Coach Lynn spying that scoreboard, watching the clock. .30 seconds left. Back judge gets his arm up, meaning 10 seconds left to play. Tony holds on to that ball for a little bit. Looks like Mike may be slow playing because the Woolies have a strong offense. He may be slow playing with his offense, waiting until that back judge puts his hand up, indicating there's 10 seconds left to get the play off. And then the quarterback gets the play off in the next 5 seconds or so. Theory there is that if you keep their offense off the field, you can keep them from scoring points.
And
that will wind down the first quarter. 6-0 Woolies. Millbury ahead 6-0 at the end of one quarter. We'll be back just after this.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan.
Welcome back to Millbury. So, second quarter here, 6-0 Millbury. 12 minutes up on the board to start the quarter. Tony DeSisto's in there at quarterback, and we're running a double wing. Parker Lanforth and Sean Mazzoni in the backfield. Little inside handoff to Parker Lanforth. Yeah, right. We got the side judges running in with their arms in the air. Don't see any mittens on that one, but we'll keep an eye out for those mittens when Millbury scores. Some of the moms in the back row of the bleachers get pretty excited. Good people here in Millbury. So it's 11:54 left. Took us 6 seconds to get on the board. Tie it up 6-0. Cody Sherrill will come in with Max Hannigan holding and Richie Powderly long snapping to attempt the point after touchdown, the PAT. Hannigan gets set. Gives the signal. Ball's short, but down. Looks like he made it just inside that left upright. So for now, the Tigers are ahead. 7-6, 11:54 on the clock. This is where they have to get together. Somebody has to be a leader and say, okay, boys, we made some mistakes, but let's learn from our mistakes and play better. So hopefully you'll see something on the sidelines. The magic of Mark Crory on the camera. Maybe capture some moments of some of the younger players or some of the older players trying to show some leadership and make sure that everybody's staying focused and staying up for this game. So the Tigers will run out there to kick off. Cody Shearer is typically the kicker. Be interesting to see what Mike Lynn decides to do after watching film this week. I'm not sure. He's got a couple of weapons in deep. Brendan Smith, another senior, number 5, and I believe number 6. Antonio Vaccaro, who's a junior, are back to return, and they've been pretty good return men for the Woolies this season. Shearer doesn't waste any time, and he pounds it into the ground, gets a great bounce over the third row. Vaccaro comes up and picks up a bounce. Fantastic pickup by Vaccaro. He gets the ball up to about Looks like about the 40-yard line, maybe just over the 40-yard line.
And races to the 42-yard line.
41 and a half, 42-yard line. So Woolies will take over with really good field position on their own 42. Tigers with 3 down linemen, 3 middle linebackers, couple storms. Greenwich on the keeper there.
Brought down by a host of Tigers.
All right, I'm gonna have a tough time trying to fix myself from saying Greenwich. The PA announcer here is pronouncing it Greenwich. I have to imagine that he knows how to pronounce the boy's name. So Anthony Greenwich on the carry, picks up the first down. Picked up about 14 on the carry. Direct snap to Greenwich in the shotgun and just runs it off tackle. I'm watching these boys before the game, the Woolies offensive line. They were a bunch of big boys. They've been looking forward to this game for a number of years after losing to Littleton for the last 2 or 3 years in the playoffs. It looks like Littleton Tigers were able to make that stop there. Robles, number 11, who's been kind of having his way running the ball, picking up probably an average of 6 yards per carry, gets taken down by the stout defensive line of Littleton Tigers. Nearest to us, we have Will Allen at cornerback, Wyatt Kopp at Storm, just kind of like a defensive end position. Flag on the play, looks like.
Flag on the play.
Not going to anticipate. False off offense, okay.
Penalty will go against the Woolies.
They had somebody in motion, looked like somebody else up on the other side of the field was moving as well.
2nd and 15.
Backed them up 5 yards, 2nd and 15 from their own 47 or so. On the other side of the field, at cornerback is Cody Shearer. Far side of the field is Sean Mazzoni at Storm. Little shift, pass. Richie Powderly came in hot. Not sure how he got through there. Lincoln Palmer on his back as well. Greenwich had to get it away quickly and threw it out of bounds smartly to avoid getting sacked. So the Tigers seem to be getting their act together a little bit here on defense, making some plays, shooting some gaps. Looks like Carlo Ferrante might be calling some different action. As I say that, Tiger defense is looking to the sideline for a call, trying to figure out what they're running here. Twins left, twins right for the Woolies offense. Looks like a pass play. Robles releases out of the backfield. A lot of pressure. Lincoln Palmer in the backfield. Oh, good block by Robles on Sean Mazzoni. Greenwich looks like he got back to the original line of scrimmage and probably picked up an extra yard or so. So it's going to be 4th and about 9 from the Littleton 45. It looks like there's some personnel changing from the Woolies sideline. So Millbury will punt. Back to punt. This time I'll get it right. Number 9, Micah Friedman. I apologize to the Vaccaro family and the Friedman family. Probably going to be mixing up number 6 and number 9 all night. Back to receive is Josh Crosswhite. He's going to leave that ball alone. Let the Woolies down it.
Nice job, Micah!
It's a situation where Josh Crosswhite probably should have come up and caught that ball. Avoid getting it down on the 5 or 6 yard line.
Pins the Tigers inside the 5-yard line where they will take over on down.
You see number 72, Tyler Kraus checking in, and Anthony DeSisto again checking in. So it looks like the double wing is going to be what they're going to go with here for the offense. Very tight formation. Looks like it's loaded to one side, not the standard double wing. Taking his time, getting the snap, inside handoff. Parker Landforce looks like he picked up 2 yards. Max Hannigan checks in for Parker Landforce at the tee. Bringing in the play. Tony DeSisto.
Here, I'll wrap you up in my blanket.
So they got the bigs in there. Tyler Kraus on the line. Gilly Supernant. Tony's under center. Handoff to, looks like Leo Gibbons. Scrambles to pick up maybe a yard. Should be about 3rd and 7. Hometown scoreboard says 3rd and 9, but in comes Braden Lynn. Lincoln Palmer, Cody Shear, Noah Graham. So they'll switch out to the spread offense. Tony DeSisto and the double wing guys will be coming off the field. Braden Lynn gets pass offense set on the field. Snaps back to Lynn from Graham. Scrambling on the goal line. Flag down on the play. Braden Lynn gets sacked in the end zone. Which will be scored as a safety by the umpire.
Edwin Valentine,
There's a flag on the play, however. Let's see what we got.
the quarterback in the end zone, but there is a flag on the play.
I have to imagine this is holding on the offense. Penalties decline.
And the penalty,
So the result of the play is a sack in the end zone.
Littleton,
2 points to the Milford
So
Woolies.
it is safety.
So Woolies go up 8-7. And now the Tigers will have to kick off. Kick of their choice. They can either punt or kick from a tee from the 20-yard line. And the Woolies will get the ball. Unfortunate turn of events there. I go back to that punt from Josh Crosswhite there, and I have to wonder if maybe he'd have been better suited to go up and receive that ball and try to get some sort of return so the ball didn't get an extra 10 or 15 yards and pin them in deep, which resulted in the safety. So Cody Scherer given the option. Looks like the Tigers can't see a tee on the field. They saw Coach Tim Whitcomb with a tee. It looks like Cody Scherer is going to punt it away. He has to punt it from the 20. Can't step over the 20-yard line.
Receive the free kick.
Mandy, you want to sit there? There's a blanket. No?
So kickoff formation from the 20. Scherer puts it up. Great hang time. Good height. Ball's received on about the 32-yard line. Oh, initial hit made by Leo Gibbons. Slowed up. Number 5 for the Woolies. Benjamin Smith. Looks like Parker Lanforth made the tackle there.
1st and 10.
A little different look on defense here. Tony DeSisto going in for. Looks like Tony DeSisto's going in for Wyatt Kopp, and Max Hannigan is going in for Josh Allen. Josh going in the corner, Tony going in at Storm on the right side of the defense. Snap away, right to Robles again. Great job by the line, moving him. Crosswhite and Max Hannigan. Tackle from behind, Robles. He goes 10, 20, 25 yards or so on that carry.
With a big run.
Big run, just off tackle. The old line from the Woolies just sealed that hole. Could have driven an oil truck through that hole. Robles again, just following his blockers. Another pickup of about 7 or 8.
Robles again. Brought down by Noah Graham.
Noah Graham on that tackle. According to the PA announcer here at home of the Woolies. So a bit of a spread offense with Robles lone back and looked like there was some motion on the left side of the wide receiver. No call on the play though. So number 2, Greenwich keeps the ball, moves the chains.
First down.
It's a first down, ball spotted.
I forgive you for going to play with your friends instead of hanging out.
So ball's at about the 15, little inside the 15-yard line. Greenwich lost a shoe on that play, took a minute to put it back on. Hand off to Robles, met in the backfield. Wyatt Kopp, Lincoln Palmer sticks Robles and puts him down for about an 8-inch gain on the play.
Let's go, Millbury! Try something new. Oh, there's going to be
6 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game. Millbury's up 8-7. Got the ball now on about the 14-yard line. 2nd and 9. Greenwich back in the shotgun, puts number 5 Benjamin Smith in motion, keeps the ball, runs to the outside on the right. Host the Tigers on the tackle after about a 5-yard gain, however.
I don't think so. Right on your It's close. And I haven't had
This is the money down here, 3rd down. Tigers got to earn their money on this one. So it's 4-down territory to imagine the Woolies being this close to the end zone. Can't imagine they're going to do any kicking here, especially after missing that extra point earlier. So Greenwich and Robles in the backfield. Greenwich, the quarterback, in the shotgun, takes the ball, hands it to Robles. Robles gets the 1st down, so it'll be 1st and goal from, looks like, the 5-yard line.
Where's Saka?
It's in the white city hall right next to that
Those linebackers need to come up and make a stop and fill those holes.
I've never even thought to do that.
Gains the 1st down.
Robles in the backfield again with Greenwich. Shotgun snap, handoff quickly to Robles. Looks like he rumbled in. No answer for that. Xavier Robles punches in it from about 4 yards out. Currently the score is 14-7 with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to play. Number 13, Brandon Charbonneau, back to kick the PAT. Ball's out. Chip shot. He ekes it just over the upright. Kick is good, so it's now 15-7, 4:55 left on the half.
15-7 advantage.
So just watching the Tigers right now, they're kind of walking around, walking off the sideline. Excuse me. And there's just no pop in the step. They just doesn't look like anybody wants it out there. There's nobody on the sideline making any noise. They're all. Take it back. Leo Gibbons is running out to his position, back deep. Max Hannigan back deep with Leo Gibbons. The Woolies have not kicked terribly deep. Kicking off again with Hannigan and Gibbons back. Kick is kind of a punch shot to Hannigan. It goes over his head. Has to retreat about 12 yards to pick it up. Gets back to the original spot where he touched the ball. Mental mistakes are killing the Little Tigers tonight. That's a ball that Max should have seen right into his hands and then looked for blockers ahead of him. Tried to return the ball. Tigers going offense from about their own 15. Looks like the ball spot on the 15-yard line of the Tigers. And Braden Lynn is back there at quarterback, so I'm assuming they're going to go with spread offense. Mike Lynn calling the signals. Spread offense, trips left. Handoff inside to Parker Lanfors. Didn't fool anybody. It's 3 maroon shirts inside of Richie Powderly there to meet Parker Lanfors at the line of scrimmage, just behind it. So we'll be second and a little better than 10 yards.
Pizillo and Gerard brought down Parker Lanfors.
Lanfors in the backfield is Braden Lynn. Let's spread offense. Looks like it's going to be a... Cody Scherer is going to make up his mind, and Braden Lynn hits Cody Scherer over the middle of the pass underneath the coverage, which is there. It's available. If they can sit down underneath the coverage, they can have that pass all night. But Cody Scherer needs to make a move and just get north on that instead of standing still and trying to juke somebody. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the half.
It's really not well
Tigers are looking for the play, looking over to the sideline. Braden Lynn gets the play. Tigers get set. Oh, hard snap. Looked like they had somebody move, but not according to the officials. Under the Federation rules, if defense goes off, there is no free play. If there's any encroachment, it's called immediately. Braden Lynn hits Josh Crosswhite again, sitting underneath that coverage for about a 10-yard gain. Got a first down.
Crosswhite with the catch.
Oh, hold on.
Gets the first down for the Tigers.
So at about the 29-yard line, Tigers set up. Braden's back to pass. He's going to have to get rid of it. Timmy Kelleher open. Tosses it right into the hands. Number 5, Benjamin Smith.
With interception. Gives the Woolies the ball back
So the Woolies get the ball back
at the 36-yard line.
in Tiger territory, the 36-yard line. So first and 10 at the 36. 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in the half. Real quiet sideline for the Littleton Tigers. Nobody taking the lead. Defense getting set. Very tight to the formation. Back to pass is Greenwich. He's going for the deep punch. Good D there. Looks like Cody Scherer running with
Greenwich's pass just
to Friedman, I believe.
intended for Antonio Vaccaro.
Antonio Vaccaro. There they go. Get the 6 and the 9.
They both like the same like run and
Good coverage by Scherer there.
their shirts just red shot. It was Antonio Friedman.
Looked like Greenwich was going for that knockout punch on that play. So they're set up on a trips left. Greenwich is going to keep it. Power left. Pick up about 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Greenwich gains 6
Wow, great spot.
yards.
It's going to be
Brought down by
3rd and a long 2,
Tigers.
maybe 3.
Use that line. Now you love it in your house because you've been there a while?
The players over talking to the fans on the sideline instead of getting their head in the game and trying to get the players up for Sean Mazzoni with great pursuit. Makes the tackle in the backfield.
You get the best supporters.
That little pitch pass again to number 6, Antonio Vaccaro.
Thanksgiving.
By Sean Mazzoni.
So Miz tackles Vaccaro for looks like about a 3-yard loss. It's 4th and 6.
Hi guys.
Apparently 4 down territory here for the Woolies.
I know, he texted me.
Greenwich checking the play with his line. It's back. Drops back to pass. He's got a lot of time. Tosses it over the middle.
On 4th and 6, the pass.
Turned over on down. Passes incomplete to Micah Friedman over the middle.
Tigers will take over on
Friedman being
downs.
covered there by Scherer.
They like me to do interviews with my mittens on the camera.
So turnover on down. Minute 36 left in the half. Need a little
7-yard
Tiger magic here. And
Is it too hot?
trailing 15 to 7.
I'll stick them in here and keep them warm if you want, if your hands get cold.
See what the Tigers can pull out of their hat here. Mike Lynn going to his bag of tricks. Calling a play. Braden Lynn making sure everybody's got the play, everybody's set. Looking over the defense. Low snap. Braden picks it up. Pockets the ball, runs upfield. Stays up, gets hit a couple times, keeps running, gets the first down. He's still rambling. Gets up to about the 49 or 50-yard line. Got a 15-yard carry by Braden Lynn.
Tremendous effort
I guess he's
by
healed.
Braden Lynn gets the Tigers a first down.
That might be the spark the Tigers needed here now with a minute 23 left in the half. Braden comes over to talk to his coach, Coach Mike Lynn. Right now it's not father and son, it's coach and player, quarterback. Play callers in, line check in with one another, make sure they're set. Braden looks at the defense.
There's not a big
And the screen pass Underneath to Parker Landforth. He's spinning, he's churning. Hang on to the ball. Parker picks up about 4.5. Ball spotted, about 50 seconds left.
Brought down by a host of Woolies.
Just inside the Wooly territory. It's about the 47-yard line. Players are set. Love to. Paul Braden's dropping way back. He's got some pressure backside. He's going to go down. Braden stays down for an extra second.
And that's Charles Mitchell.
28 seconds left.
Around with the sack. Bringing the Tigers back.
Littleton calls a timeout.
The Tigers will take a timeout.
Mike will bring the whole crew over to the sideline. 28 ticks on the clock. Going into the half. Millbury's leading 15-7. So after a big run by Braden to pick up about 16.
Stick around at halftime.
Lost about 10 or 11 yards on that play. Big sack. Looked like he was looking for a wheel or a big play down the middle, down the sideline. Just wasn't there, didn't have the time he needed. Millbury's defense is able to get through the blocking scheme that they had in play there. Mike Lamb looking at the clock, trying to craft a play or two here, going to halftime with a score, with hopes of tying it up if they get the 2-point conversion, if they can score here. First half, all right, Braden Lynn marches out there with his offense. Play is called in the timeout. He's got twins right. Man left. Ball's up underneath to Mazzoni. Pick up about 5 or 6. Mazzoni gets out of bounds to stop the clock with about 20 seconds left. So a fourth down.
Fourth down.
So the completion to Mazzoni there for about 5. It's going to be fourth on about 15. All right, he's going to bring in some receivers here. Oh, no, he's going for a punt. Cody Scherer drops back. 20 seconds on the clock. Punt is up. End over end. Is out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
Punt goes out of bounds. The Woolies will take over at the 37-yard line.
I think if you're going to do that and you're going to kick it out of bounds, directional kick, you may as well try to reach the end zone and get the ball at the 20-yard line. As it is right now, they're at about the 36-yard line. I don't see unless he just shanked it. It did look like he was trying to directionally punt that, though. The way he held it and the way he came through the ball. The victory formation are the Woolies, so they'll take a knee and go into the locker room with a 8-point lead, 15-7. Millbury Woolies over the Littleton Tigers. So we'll be back to you at the second half just after these messages. Okay, welcome back to Millbury, where the Woolies will be kicking off to the Tigers to start the second half. 12 minutes on the clock. Woolies lined up to kick. Max Hennigan and Leo Gibbons back to return. Hennigan takes the ball. Right side, comes up to the middle. He's met there by Jimmy Crossman. Yet another senior.
Crossman brings down Max Hannigan.
Get on there.
Yeah. Oh,
28, where the Tigers will start the half.
sorry about that. We're trying to figure out our footing up here on this massive bleacher. 11:53. Braden Lynn back at quarterback with Parker Landforce to his right. Hand off to Gibbons at the tail. This picks up a couple. So you picked up 3?
Robles takes down Gibbons.
Second and about 7.
Gain of 3.
Braden Lynn back at quarterback. Leo Gibbons in motion. Gibbons gets the quick pitch. A couple yards deep in the backfield.
It's Gibbons tracked down by Valentine.
Leo Gibbons has to take that ball and go north. Instead, he tried to bump it wide, and going wide, he goes south. And by south, I mean closer to the other end zone. Looks like he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage there, so it'll be 3rd and about 6 or 7. Spread formation with Josh Crosswhite on the right. Timmy Kelleher lined up a tight end. Leo Gibbons sits underneath that coverage. Leo Gibbons flips over the tackle, never down, flips over the tackle, and looks like there's no indication that he was down. He flipped over the tackle, landed back on his feet, popped back up to the upright position, and ran for another 60 yards for the touchdown. His knee and his elbow must have never been touched down. He flipped back to his feet, popped back up to his feet, and rumbled for 60 yards. 10 minutes, 27 seconds left. Quite a play there. Leo Gibbons showing his athleticism and his speed. Pulling away. Bring it within 2. ESPN's got a corner. The only thing I can say to that is dun-na-na, dun-na-na. Braden Lynn rolling right. He's got Mazzoni in the end zone. He's staying with it. Complete to Josh Crosswhite, sitting in the back corner of the end zone. Nice little pitch and catch.
And Braden Lynn escapes Crossman.
So with a 2-point conversion, the Tigers will tie it up. 15-15 with 10 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game. I'm sorry, not in the game, in the 3rd quarter. Microphone came off of me as I got a little overexcited on that touchdown run, 2-point conversion. All right, so Tigers will kick off to the Woolies. Woolies have Antonio Vaccaro, number 6, and Benjamin Smith, a senior, wide receiver and D-back, off to the left side. Cody punches the ball, gets to the 2nd row on a bounce, picked up by number 27, Nathan Hunt, a sophomore. He's sitting back in that 2nd row.
Nathan Hunt.
So Woolies will take the ball at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 from their own 47. So let's see if there are any adjustments made on the Woolies side of the ball at halftime. Greenwich back in the shotgun formation. He's got the spread formation. Man in motion number 5. Typically pitch that to counter to Robles. Robles kid can move. He's met by Max Handigan about 20 yards downfield and finished by Josh Crosswhite.
Big game.
Back a run by Robles. They question that kickoff. A little punch kick in the past that had worked where it bounced over that 2nd row, but Matthew Hunt was able to get his hands up and catch that ball. Another same play to Robles again. Not quite as many yards on that one, but he still picked up about 5 or 6.
To a gain of 5, 6.
Checking into the game for the
Yards.
Woolies is number 8, Edwin Valentine. He's lining up at tight end. Twins right. Receiver left. Robles in the backfield again, gets the handoff. And just keeps rumbling. Picks up an average of 6 yards a carry.
3 times, almost
No
a
answer for that.
charm. That's another first down for the Woolies.
Robles brings it down to, looks like about just inside the 10-yard line though. Oh, looks like, yeah, about the 9-yard line. First and goal from the 9. Robles set right next to Greenwich in the backfield. Hands it to him again. Met this time by Timmy Kelleher, who's playing D tackle. Whole bunch of help from Tigers. Make sure Robles doesn't spin off of that tackle.
Tiger defensive line.
Hold again. Here you go.
Gain of 1.
Oh, I gave one away.
Second and goal.
Is that all right? Use one.
From about the 8.
Hands together. I gave one to one of Sam's friends. Her hands were I'll be back.
Tiger defense has to come up big here on a stop. Robles again. Oh, good meat by Richie Powderly. Big stick. Still gains 1 on it, does Robles. Third and goal.
Noah Graham brings down Robles. For no gain.
Powderly and
Third
Noah Graham
down.
on a stick. Robles is lined up outside at wide receiver now. He trips right. Looking for their play. 5 out here. So total spread offense. Greenwich goes up to his line, tells them to play. I would anticipate Greenwich is going to keep the ball and run this here. Sure he does. Right up the middle. Right up the middle for a touchdown. Anthony Greenwich spreads the offense, which spreads the defense. And from there, Greenwich just runs it right behind his tackle. Good answer by the Millbury Woolies. After the Tigers, a big play by Leo Gibbons, 60-yard run. That'll bring it to 21-15 with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Woolies to kick the extra point. It's up. It's good, so 22-15.
Splits up rights, giving the
Woolies will go up by 7.
point lead.
So Tim Whitcomb will get his receiving team together. Make sure they're all on the same page. Deep backs again here will be Leo Gibbons on the right. Josh Hannigan on the left as the ball carries. On their offensive side of the ball, Max Hannigan to the right, Leo Gibbons to the left. Number 13, Brendan Charbonneau, after kicking the PAT, is out to kick off. He's been kicking some bloopers short. Does the same thing here. A lot of hang time. To the second row, to Will Allen, who takes the ball up the middle. Will Allen's got some great speed. Showed that this summer in the Sevens League, the passing league. Good hands, catches the ball, and then just looks for some opening up the middle. Picks up about 8 on the return. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers on their own 43.
Last Woolly drive went 6 plays.
I'm sorry, it's not the 43, that's the 37.
2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Great, and then quick little handoff to Parker Lanford's inside. Robles doing it on both sides of the ball. Robles comes up and makes the tackle, meets Parker Lanford's at the line of scrimmage. Actually for a loss of 2.
Lanford's at the line of scrimmage.
Down there with
Actually gets it for a loss. It's 2nd and 12.
Tigers looking to the sideline for Mike Lynn, trying to get that play called in. Mike Lynn calls it in. Keep an eye on this back judge, see what he has to say. Comes up. Braden not even looking at the back there. Just gets the play away. Has Leo Gibbons down the field. Big catch. Oh, and he's gone. He's got 2 men that can catch him. Robles being one of them. And he's in the end zone. Oh, he looks like he got him down at the 1. I'd like to see the replay on that one. Braden then quick little out pass to Leo Gibbons, and Leo Gibbons made it happen with his feet. Toeing that sideline.
Brought down.
Gets caught on the 1 yard line, it looks like. So we first and goal at the Woolies 1. Tigers need to punch this in here to really answer that last score by the Woolies. Going to set up in double wing with Tony DeSisto at quarterback under center. Tony DeSisto on the wedge, keeps it up the middle. Oh, I'm not sure he got enough push.
Tigers punch it in.
So Tony DeSisto crosses the goal line. And we're bringing Cody Scherer out there to potentially tie it up with the PAT. Not going to go for the 2-point conversion, just going to go for 1 here. Max Hannigan down to hold.
You guys, big walk.
Tyler Krause late getting on the field. Clock's running. Mental mistakes kill a ball game. Snap is up. Hennigan puts it down. Scherer with his left-handed footed kick. Short and low. First time I've seen Cody Scherer come up short of anything for the kick. So that'll keep the Woolies ahead at 22-21 with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Not sure what the situation was there with Scherer. In the case of the yips or what it was, looked like it was a good snap, good hold. Just kind of short-legged it. I tried to punch it through and didn't hit the ball squarely. Once again, Timmy Whitcomb out in the field, special teams coach, trying to make sure that his special teams are doing what their job is, knowing what their job is, make sure they go out there and execute. Little mental errors. Tyler Krause needs to get out there on that field when it's the PAT. Little lapses. And the back's like freezing the kicker. Cody back to kick. Punches a bouncer. Same kid, number 27, Hunt. Bobbles it. Recovered by number 1, Matt Obachant, I believe it is.
Put it in your pocket.
He just pounces on it rather than risking fumble it there. So Woolies will take over on their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10 with 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Folks, I hope you're sitting home nice and warm here watching this game. Nice cup of hot chocolate maybe. See some of the Tigers on the sideline with sleeping bags and blankets all bundled up. Greenwich keeps it. Josh Crosslight, the only one that can catch him. He's got to lay out here. Greenwich takes the ball for 70 yards. 1 snap, 1 run, off tackle. Anthony Greenwich. 70-yard return, 70-yard run from scrimmage. 5 minutes, 59 seconds. Woolies go up 28-21. Brandon Charbonneau in to attempt the extra point. Cameron Ayotte to hold. Snaps back, down, up, looks good. Right through. Best kick of the night for Charbonneau. Looks just like his kickoff, that little punch kick where it goes little Texas leaguer. All right, a lot of heads down right now on the Tigers. Coming back from that PAT and on the sideline. This is where the Tigers need to show They've been here before, and they want to be
And
here.
that last goalie drive.
Somebody's got to pick them up. 5 minutes, 59 seconds left.
Anthony Greenwich
You know, I'm
was
a
one
big
play
cleaner, so if you need any
for
tips.
75 yards. 70 yards
Trying to behave.
in about
Trying.
4 seconds.
All right, Tigers trailing by 8, 29-21 with 5:59 left. Charbonneau to kick. Again, that punch kick that he does. Comes up to the second row. Hannigan comes up and picks it up. Avoids 2 tackles. He's bumping it outside. He gets, this is another one. No flag on the plays. Hannigan tries to jump over a tackle. And number 2, Anthony Green, the quarterback, is able to trip up Hannigan. Number 2 on number 2 there. Hannigan gets tripped up inside of Woolly territory. Gets down to about the 41-yard line of the Woolies. Tigers will take over on downs here. Not to take over downs.
For the
We
Tigers.
set up on downs. 1st and 10 from the Woolly 41. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
A 39-yard.
Mike Lynn gets the play in to Braden Lynn. Braden back in the shotgun. He's got two to his right. Parker Landfor is set up for the screen. He's being... Braden tried to pass it and tried to hold it. Looks like it fell out of his hand. Calling it an incomplete pass. He had Leo Gibbons within, I'd say, about 10 yards of that play. Braden's been flagged a couple times, as has Tony DeSisto at quarterback for the new Federation rules for
And 10.
intentional grounding, but no call there. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Fortunately, Braden was able to get that ball away and get an incomplete call. They're going to set up with the spread offense again with Twins to the right. Landfor's in the backfield. Braden Lynn looks like he's going to tuck it away and try to get as much as he can. Looks like he picks up about 8.
Come on, Millbury!
Nice run by Braden Lynn. Gains about 5.
Come on, you guys, push
Wow,
the
tough spot. He must have run out of bounds after a 5-yard gain. Look where he picked up about 8 there, but tough to see the sideline from our viewpoint here. 7.5, 8 rows back. Small bleachers here in Millbury. Tigers up under center. Wide side of the field. It's the far side of the field. Josh Crosswhite by himself over there, and we got trips to the left. And not trips. Crosswhite's all alone under coverage. Gets enough for the first down. Eludes 1 tackler. Rumbles down the sideline to pick up another 10, 12 yards after the catch.
Come on, you guys,
For a large gain for the Tigers.
Come on, defense!
Crosswhite taken down at about the 18, 19 yard line. 1st and 10. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Crosswhite's been sitting underneath that coverage all night, so if Braden can get enough time to pick him up and make that read, that pass is there.
Let's go, Millbury, hold them!
Both Crosswhite and number 9, Leo Gibbons, have been finding that little space underneath the coverage. It's like a handoff to Gibbons inside here. Gain of 2. He's 2nd down and 8. And the Tiger offense looking to the sideline, taking a look at those identifying cards, different colors, different characters that help them know formations and plays. Hand signals by Coach Lynn and his coaching staff. Play gets called in. Braden takes the snap. Little pitch to Leo Gibbons. Leo kicking it wide, trying to get around the end. Sniffed out. Robles, number 11. He's got a couple touchdowns tonight. Extends Gibbons to the sideline. Uses the sideline to help him tackle Gibbons. So 3rd and 8.
Come on, guys!
No gain on the play. Wide side of the field, being the far side of the field. You get this side, we got Cody Scherer set up at wide receiver. Far side, we got Twins with Sean Mazzoni underneath that tight end. Braden eludes 1, fumbles the ball, and covered by the Willies. Looking for the field. No flags in the play.
And the Willies recover.
Looks like it's a good fumble recovery by Millbury. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line or so, 23-yard line. Defense back on the field. Greenwich back in shotgun formation. Xavier Robles.
Robles races out.
I'm not sure if he has enough first down there. Timeout Tigers. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the third quarter. So we're 2nd and 1
Taking the timeout.
from the 33-yard line or so.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only have you been witnessing a phenomenal game, one of you has won the raffle. And that winner, person we should all hit up for some hot cocoa, is number 836670. Oh yeah.
So Mike Lynn's got his crew.
667.
Everybody out in the huddle. Paolo Ferrante, Timmy Wickham as the referees. The officiating crew goes out to measure. I'm not sure if the Millbury coach asked for a measurement there, or it looks like it's just short, inches short for the first down. Mike Lynn had his whole defense on the side, and then Paolo Ferrante in that huddle with them, trying to tell them what's what and what they need to be doing in order to stop that double barrel approach of Anthony Greenwood and Xavier Robles. So they'll be 2nd and about 6 inches for the Woolies when they come out of the timeout. Hopefully the Tigers had a little bit of speaking to and hope to make a big play here. Swing the balance a bit. Looks like the Tigers are in man. They got Josh Crosswhite over the middle. Definitely a pass play going home run.
Greenwich's pass intended for Jane.
Anthony Greenwich trying to make a pass down the field, going for a home run. Will Allen on coverage. And 3rd and it's less than a foot. Been picking up 6 yards every time you run the ball with Robles, and you come out with a run play like that. Maybe the coach figures it's exactly what the Tigers are expecting. Got a bunch of guys in the box. Looks like some encroachment by the Tigers here. Encroachment by Littleton. That'll be a first down.
Littleton drawn offsides.
It's tough. You make a stop like that on the pass play, and then you come back and you jump off. Man in motion inside again to Robles. It's the best stop I've seen on Robles tonight. Only about a gain of 1, maybe 2. He's trying to spin off of it.
Robles gains a yard. For the Woolies, it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left. Tigers on defense. Anthony Greenwich back. Shotgun snap. Pass hands off to Robles. Oh, they had him in the backfield. Somehow he comes out of the pile. Literally had him in the backfield. Okay, it was Noah Graham and Wyatt Kopp that had him for a loss with Timmy Kelleher, and somehow weren't able to finish the tackle and put him to the ground. Pops out of it and picks up 20 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Tiger 40 now. Flip the side of the field. Woolies aren't doing anything spectacular here tonight to keep handing the ball to Robley's, throwing an occasional pass play in there, which hasn't really had any success. Put a man in motion here, and it's going to be Greenwich keeping it with a power. Good tackle. Looks like Kelleher on the tackle. Parker Landforce. Actually, Kelleher was the other side of the ball. Parker Landforce, good pursuit. So it looks like second and about 7. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Greenwich comes up, talks to his line, checks them in. He knows the play. He's got twins left, wide receiver right. Puts one of his backs in motion. Robles gets the handoff inside, brought down by Lincoln Palmer. Sniffed that one out quite well. Lincoln Palmer had a good 10 to 12 inches on Robles, but the kid runs like he's 6'8", 250. Woolies looking to the sideline for their play, just like the Tigers do. Greenwich making sure everybody's on the same page. Offense gets set, defense. Timmy Kelleher put pressure on Greenwich there. Pass incomplete, intended for number 9, Micah Friedman. Good pressure by the line there, good push. He got through. Greenwich didn't have much time, tried to force it into Friedman. Incomplete pass. 4th down and about 7.
Come on, you guys.
Tigers need a big stop here. It's a big stop. 4 down territory for the Woolies. Minute 13 left in the third quarter. Have to anticipate a pass play here. 4th and long. Need some good pressure on the quarterback, which they got. Greenwich gets away. Oh. Looks like he was down, and he threw it, and the flag is out. The white hat comes in, throws the flag as Greenwich was down on the ground. He threw the ball out of bounds, which would be intentional grounding, which the Tigers can either take the turnover on downs. It's a loss of downs either way, because it's intentional grounding, so the Tigers will get the ball. You have to march off the yards.
Then you get something else in Grady.
So we have a spot foul from where he threw it. Loss of down. Tiger ball. March it off. No questions asked.
Following the official conference, the Tigers will take over at the 40.
Not sure why they're spotting the ball there, because it is a loss of down and a loss of yards from the spot.
That's the only good thing about the
I weren't on the microphone right now. I'd be yelling at the referees, I'm pretty sure, because there should be Tigers looking for their play on offense. 1st and 10 for the Tigers on their own 45. Braden Lynn back on the shotgun, passes it out to Mazzoni in the flat, playing the Y, the tight end position. Mazzoni gets out to the 40, just inside the 50-yard line, still on the Tiger side of the field. It's beyond the 49, but not quite to the 50. Ooh, that's a terrible spot.
I couldn't drink it.
Tigers looking at the sideline again. Braden looking in. Timmy Kelleher over on the sideline, making sure he's got the place. Leo Gibbons inside of him. Wide left. Landforce in the backfield. Mazzoni at the tight end position. Crosswhite. Oh, there was looked like a timing play. Either Crosswhite or Mazzoni didn't run the right route. Braden threw it to a spot, and neither of his receivers were in that spot.
A long 5 for the Tigers.
So 3rd and 5 with 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Tigers are losing 29-21. Have to anticipate another pass play here. They haven't been able to get any, other than a couple of big home run plays, haven't been able to get any short yardage plays. Josh Crosswhite looks like he got his hands under it. The official's right there on the ball, spots it, at the 44-yard line of the Woolies. Moving the chains. 10 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Tigers are going to get on the ball. Coach Lynn yelling in, doesn't want to get this play off, wants the field to flip.
And that'll end the third quarter.
So that'll end the third quarter here at Millbury Woolley Field. Woolies at 29, Tigers 21, heading into the fourth quarter. We'll be back just after this.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Millbury 29, Tigers 21. 12 minutes up on the board. Again, Tigers are on offense. They're going left to right on your screen. Braden Lynn at quarterback in shotgun formation. Looks like a spread offense. Lynn takes the shotgun, looking at one guy and one guy only. It's Leo Gibbons. Looks like he had to pick up about 4, maybe 5.
Gibbons brought down by
Quick little slant. That'll be there. So second down, I'm going to call it 5. Parker Lanfos in the backfield with Leo Gibbons. Either side of Braden Lynn. Quick handoff to Gibbons. He's running backwards instead of forwards. He just turned it upfield. Looks like he might have picked up a couple of yards there. He's got a terrible habit of going backwards before he goes forward, but he's so fast that he's usually able to get away with it.
again on second down.
As you get into the playoffs, you're meeting better and better competition, so you can't
3rd and 3.
rely on that. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Noah Graham going to pick up his mouthpiece back at the 45-yard line. Back in the huddle. Don't see that often. Braden doesn't take it. I'm sorry. Tony DeSisto taking a knee in the huddle. Back in the double wing formation. Slow this game down a little bit. Try to get this 4 yards on first down. Oh, we got some motion. We had some motion.
On 3rd
Last time Tigers went to double wing. There's a flag as well. Offense moving. Well, it's your own offense, and you know what the play call is. You know what the cadence is. You can't be jumping. You're looking to get a 4-yard pickup or 3-yard pickup to get a first down. Can't be jumping. Just can't happen. Just little mental mistakes that can keep you from putting points on the board. In a game like this, you got 10 minutes left to do it. So we're going to go back to the spread offense. Braden Lynn back at quarterback. Tony DeSisto comes out. Josh Crosswhite at wide receiver right. Leo Gibbons and Timmy Kelleher wide left. Hannigan and Lanfors in the backfield. Lanfors helping out with some pass coverage. Ball downfield. Has Crosswhite open. Ball's up. Great defense by number 23 of the Woolies, Jason Nato. Just did get a hand in there and knock the ball out. So it'll be 4th and 8 here. I'd say it's the best ball I've seen Braden throw in a long time. He lofted that ball up, put some air under it, and basically told Josh Crosswhite, go get it. Unfortunately, Jason Nato made a great defensive play and knocked the ball out as well. So Braden Lynn takes the team into a huddle. They come out in spread once again. Kelleher and Gibbons wide left, Crosswhite wide right. Lynn takes the snap. Oh, ball was out to Tim Kelleher. Looked like he had enough of the first down. In and out of his hands. It'll be turned over on downs. The Woolies will get the ball at their own 42. Opportunity missed there by having a silly flag on a play when you had 3 yards to get a first down and keep this momentum going, eat some clock up, and try to punch Millbury in the mouth with another touchdown to get back in this game, which they're in. They're definitely in this game. They're down by 8, 29-21, 10 minutes left in the game, in the fourth quarter. Anthony Greenwich is going to keep it. It gets beyond the line of scrimmage, picks up a couple. Always seems to get hit in the backfield and scramble to make a 2-yard gain. Wyatt Kopp on the tackle there. Tackles need to be made on contact, though. These guys have to be driving through the tackle. Too many arm tackles. They're meeting, they're hugging, and they're letting the guy carry them for 2-3 yards. Millbury slow playing. Up by 8, they can do that. This is something where they should be looking at that back judge and trying to eat some clock. Nope. Just hand it off to Robles. Great defense by the Tigers there. Stopping Robles. I think they might have gotten him for a loss of 1. If not, it might have just been back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 8 yards.
Robles, man at the line by the Tigers.
Whole D-line made that stop. Probably some help from the linebackers as well.
Leading the way. 3rd down.
Play call comes in from the Millbury sideline. Greenwich directing traffic. Little whisper to Robles. Oh, Tigers in. Great pressure.
3rd down. Greenwich is passing complete.
Wyatt Kopp and Parker Landforth put a lot of pressure on Greenwich there. It'll be 4th and 7. Looks like personnel change, bringing in the punt team. Back to punt. Looks like Micah Friedman, number 9. Back to receive is Josh Crosswhite. He's situated on his 25, 26-yard line. Friedman's been averaging about 25 yards per punt. Let's see what happens here. And Crosswhite hasn't been catching. He's just been... He actually picked it up and he's running with it. Oh, horse collar. Josh Crosswhite. I would say it was a mistake picking up the ball, but it ended up reaping some benefits. So Josh Crosswhite, a heads-up play, I guess, but took some guts to make that play and actually come out of some traffic and ended up shedding 2 tackles, running another 12, 15 yards, and getting horse collared out of bounds at right about the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Personal foul, face mask. It'll be 15 yards from the end of the run. So from the 40-yard line, referee will march this off. So he should be to the 44-yard line of the Woolies.
Begin their drive at the 44-yard line.
Timmy Kelleher marching off as Cody Shearer goes in at wide receiver. Have to wonder if that's a result of not making the catch in the last play on 4th down. Cody Shearer is a sophomore. He's wide out left. The position that Kelleher was in last play. Looking left to Leo Gibbons. Met there by the safety. Gibby gets a couple yards after the catch.
Gibbons gains 5 yards, brought down by Robles. 2nd and 5.
Number 6, Antonio Vaccaro, came up and made the initial contact, but Leo was able to spin out and get another 3 or 4 yards until Robles came in and actually finished the tackle. Tigers get the play from the sideline. And they got Josh Crosswhite on the wide side of the field by himself with 2 receivers on the other side. Up the middle with Parker Landforth. Parker was down and the ball squirted out after he was down by contact.
Pizzillo with the tackle on 2nd down. It's now 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Let's call it 3.
Or short 5.
Or short 5 as they call it here in Millbury. It's a funny looking 5. It's about 9 feet. I call that 3 yards. Braden back. Shotgun. He gets the Woolies to jump. Nice hard count. That clap. That'll move the chains for that short 5 that the announcer called.
First down,
So the
Tigers.
first down Tigers, 7 minutes, 15 seconds left. Woolies are up 29-21. So Tigers are down by 8. 7 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Play call is in. Looks like a little bit more of a sense of urgency here on the field. Not so much on the sideline, but certainly on the players in the field seem to be moved with a little more purpose. Braden's got a better. Oh, Braden somehow gets away from it. He's got some backside pressure, and he's scrambling. He's going to cut it inside, stay in bounds, and then step out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Move the chains.
And Lynn with an impressive run.
Nice scramble, but Braden, he was dead to rights a couple times and was able to get away from the pressure. So it looks like Mike Lynn will be bringing in Tony DeSisto and the double wing offense. Some of the big boys to punch this ball in. Tony takes a knee in the huddle. Break the huddle. Tigers up in that tight double wing formation. Loaded to the right side. Pitch to Parker. And is met at the line of scrimmage. Nobody fooled there. He might have gotten one. It's going to be second down and a long 9. DeSisto runs over the sideline to get the play call from Coach Lynn. Clock is running. 6:23 and counting down. Tigers began in that double wing formation. Leo Gibbons comes in and checks in with Tony DeSisto and Sean Mazzoni. Make sure of the play. May have seen something on defense. Quick handoff inside to Mazzoni. Kind of a bull tight end getting the ball. Mazzoni picked up a good handful of yards. It looked like he picked up about 6. Maybe 3rd and 2. Again, clock is running here, folks. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. Millbury's up by 8, 29-21. Anthony DeSisto breaks the huddle. Double wing formation. Parker Landfors and Leo Gibbons are the wings. Sean Mazzoni is the Y right behind Tony DeSisto. Do a counter to Gibbons, it looks like. Looks like you got the first down. And then some.
Gibbons with the counter.
I see a 4th down being flipped on the sideline.
To a 4th and 1 situation.
So it is 4th down. So with 5 minutes running clock, Tigers are down 29-21. 4th down and about, we'll call it a yard. Gonna stay in the double wing. Wouldn't mind seeing it go back to Sean Mazzoni that powered up the middle. I picked up about 4, 5, 6 yards. Under centers, looks like DeSisto's gonna keep it and get a push from Mazzoni from behind. Looks like the whistle's blown. The spot looks good. Side judge came in. All the Millbury players are saying no, but they stopped him on 4th. Looks like the chains are going to come in here.
It's going to require a measurement.
The white hat comes in and calls for a measurement. Excuse me. So it'll be an official timeout to bring out the chains. As the officials come over to the sideline, grab the spot.
This is the time where
4 minutes, 28 seconds left on the clock. Here in the fourth quarter. Tigers trail by 8, 29-21. It's important. Tigers did not get it by about an inch. This is where the Tigers need to come in with a big heart, a whole bunch of adrenaline, and make some big plays. Play smart. 4 minutes, 28 seconds left on the clock. You're down by 8. You've got your opponent backed up in their own end zone. I can almost assure you that either number 11 or number 2 are going to carry the ball here. So in this half, number 2 and number 11 haven't had the same effectiveness against our defense, against the Tiger defense that they kind of had their way with us in the first. Run right. Hangs on to the ball. Looks like he might have picked up one. So it'll be second down. It looks like 2nd and 10. They met him at the line of scrimmage, and they actually tackled him at the line of scrimmage, which shows me something.
With a short gain, 2nd and 9 for the Woolies.
This can define the Tigers' season right here. If they can make a stop, a 3 and out, the Woolies would have to punt on 4th down. If the Tigers can get a stop here, a stop on 3rd down, force the Woolies to punt it away, have another shot at the end zone. So nobody can overcommit here. Keep an eye on the ball. Make sure you're not jumping offside. Don't help them at all. 2nd and 9.5. 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Clock's running. Timeout called.
Timeout on the field. 3:28 to go. The Woolies lead 28.
I believe that was a Millbury timeout.
21.
Didn't like what they saw on the defense of the Tigers. They wanted to see the formation, see what they could call here. So 3 minutes, 28 seconds left. Set the stage here. Ball is at about 10-yard line. Millbury 10-yard line. Tigers trail by 8. Score is 29-21. Tigers have really played solid defense in the second half. They need to continue to do so, not let up the big play, not make any mental errors. They can make a stop here for no gain or even a loss. So they're going to spread the offense, which typically means Greenwich is going to run the ball himself, which he does. Tigers sniff it out, make a play for looks like a loss. 2 or 3 yard loss. Coach has been calling that play all night. When he's needed a big run, he's spread the offense, put trips on one side and a wide receiver wide on the other side. And then Greenwich is just taking the direct snap and run it behind his tackle. Greenwich running back in with the play. So defense just needs to play smart football here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Don't want to overcommit. You want to watch the ball. Make sure that if you're getting through the block too easily, look for the screen. It's Greenwich again. He keeps it and he breaks it. Parker Landforth makes the tackle from behind, catches it from behind. That's a huge first down. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. Huge run by Anthony Greenwich to get himself a little bit of room. He gets his heels out of the end zone. Looks like he makes it out to the 20-yard line. So Greenwich getting the play, running it back into the huddle. Littleton defense has to keep themselves up. Can't be hanging any helmets right now. You need to keep your heads up. Give it everything you got for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Still plenty of time to make some stops here.
I have on 3 pants. I'm not kidding. I have on
Greenwich hands off to Robles. He's met at the line of scrimmage, bounces again for 2 or 3 yards. Tackle by Wyatt Kopp. Timeout taken by Littleton.
Robles brought down by Wyatt Kopp.
Wyatt Kopp makes the tackle there. Another 3-yard carry by Robles.
Taking the timeout.
So it'll be second down and about 7. 1 minute, 56 seconds left. Again, Tigers trailing by 8. This is a situation where if Millbury can get a first down here, which I anticipate they're going to keep pounding on the ground, try to eat clock, and if they can get a first down, they can go into victory formation, just let the time run out, because Mike Lynn's already used a couple of his timeouts. He may have one left in his pocket, but I believe he's already used his requisite 3 timeouts. So it's imperative that the Tigers make a stop here. Carlo Ferrante in there giving one of his motivational speeches. Usually very, very soft-spoken in those huddles. Richie Powderly and Carlo Ferrante having a little extra huddle. Powderly brings it back in. There's a conversation with Noah Graham. Greenwich keeping it himself again. He's met in the backfield. Tackled again by Wyatt Kopp.
This time, Kelleher takes down Greenwich for a gain of a couple. 3rd and 6.
Looks like it's about 3rd and 5. Mike Lynn calls his 3rd and final timeout. 1 minute 50 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and 5. Could be the play of the season here. Big stop here. I have to imagine that the Woolies coach strongly consider going for it on 4th down. They can pick up a yard or 2 here. Greenwich and Robles have been moving that ball pretty consistently, although not in the second half. It's a tale of 2 halves here. Tigers defense. Josh Crosswhite runs over to the side and it looks like he's a little bit hobbled. Wouldn't want to reveal that kink in my armor. And keep an eye on Robles and keep an eye on Greenwich. That could end the season right there, folks. 1 minute 50 seconds left. It's a 3rd down and it looks like a long 5.
Left leads to the penalty and Woolies
First down. Yeah. So the Woolies will be able to take a knee out here. 1 minute 49 seconds left.
Greenwich takes the knee on 1st.
The clock will keep running as Mike Lynn is out of timeouts. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
They can use the clock up that way. Hi, Matt. Hey, ladies. Hey,
So the Woolies come back up to the line. Again, they'll do the victory formation. Greenwich is back in the shotgun. They'll take it there. Take a loss of a few.
Another knee, 3rd down.
Interesting victory formation. Taking the shotgun snap instead of going under center and taking the snap. Maybe they don't work out under center much. So 56 seconds ticking off the clock. So we'll have one more snap, and then they'll be able to move on in the MIAA tournament. Tiger season will come to an end, barring some kind of strange snap over Greenwich's head here. Wyatt Kopp with a little extracurricular block there.
3rd down, another knee, and
A little frustration coming out there. 23 engaged him in the block, so it is quick. They have to expect to get hit. So with 15 seconds ticking off the clock, no need to take another snap. The Woolies hang on to beat the Tigers 29-21. Thank you very much, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the season of Tiger football. We'll see. I think Mike Fontanella and Pat Fredrickson will be calling the game next Friday night. Just not sure what the consolation game. But as far as postseason play is in in the MIA tournament. Littleton is now out of the tournament, so they'll be playing a consolation game next Friday, and then they'll have the Thanksgiving game on Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for your
Sorry.
for watching, and come out and see the Tigers next Friday, and come out Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Take care.
Littleton Tigers and
Thank you, Mark.
your
You're welcome.
state